Welcome back to the Nigel Ferguson Fabricators Tour of Epynt, round 6 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. I'm Paul Woodford, and joined once again by the special stage team here on these famous roads. And as you saw from the first stage live earlier, an incredibly wet start to proceedings, that 2.18 mile blast through the first stage. The Curzon Wealth Management stage was a baptism of fire for our crews. We are once again going to bring you action from the entire field. We'll go lighter on the interviews, and I'll join you on some of the live coverage, and we'll get involved with some of your comments and give you some shout-outs during this stage, but we'll bring you some of the British Historic Rally Championship crews to start things off once again, where Mark Higgins leads the way. Carl Williamson alongside him. Second place will be very happy. Nick Elliott, Dave Price alongside Seb Perez, Dale Bowen. In third as things stand, as far as the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship crews go though, and we'll get the reaction from the first few of those before I join you on the commentary here in the studio. Mark Kelly leads the way, last year's event winner, not fighting for the title, albeit damage limitation as far as the point situation goes, and he would love another maximum score here. Callum Black, though, near Roskell, fighting for the championship here. And at home, fairly nervous, Darion Atkinson, although with those scores on the board so far, maybe not that nervous. He'll be watching that battle closely. Mark Kelly then leads the way. Callum Black, 3 seconds behind him. Simon Bowen, a further 16 seconds back. Then it's Steve Simpson, another 4. Roskell at the moment rounding out the top 5 as far as the Protyre crews are concerned. We will bring you the results as quick as we can as they come into the end of the stage. You know, the first rally driver excuse you could have given me was this is your first time at Epynt, but you didn't. It is though, isn't it? What a performance.
Yeah, first time at Epynt, so yeah, it's an interesting place. I didn't know if it was going to be worse than this, but the stage 2 was tricky because it was bone dry and wet, and that wasn't much fun.
Bone dry, it dried out because it was raining there earlier.
Yeah, and then I think the second half of the lot got catastrophic rain, but yeah, clean run through there. So yeah, see what this one brings.
There we go. Seb Perez, first time here, and remarkably the same for this man, 3-time British Rally champion, never been to Epynt before this. Well, you would never believe it was your first time, but then you are Mark Higgins.
Well, I ran out of talent on the hairpin there, to be fair. I made a right cock up of it, but yeah, apart from that, it was fine. But at least the weather's a bit more consistent now.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I mean, the way on the long one the last time, it was really dry for the second half, and the tyres were cooked, so hopefully it stays as it is now.
And a good night in store, hopefully.
Cheers, thank you.
Mark Higgins, Carl Williamson, listen to that. The tartan door cards always grab me when I look inside that TR7 V8. So Mark Kelly, Callum Black, Simon Bones, Steve Simpson, Neil Roskell lead the way in our Protyre crews, but that is your rally leader for the British Historics, following the British Historic Rally Championship this weekend on the Nigel Ferguson Fabricators Tour of Epynt. Our Protyre 2-wheel drive crews look like this. Wayne Jones doing a remarkably good job in the Darion, isn't he? It is not Darion weather. Well, it's not 2-wheel drive weather, or it wasn't through the first 2 stages anyway. Hugh James, 19 seconds behind, and Allard Wyn Morgan's a further 12 behind him at the moment in the 2-wheel drive battle. RallyLiveTiming.info is the link if you'd like to follow the live results yourself, but we will bring you, as I say, results and leaderboard updates as we go through the rally. At the moment, Adrian doing a pretty good job out there. You happy enough?
Aye, we're getting there. We're starting to get there. We hadn't a great run in the last 2, but that's a wee bit better there.
It's always tricky when you're not sure what to expect, but it should be a bit more consistent according to the Mr. Higgins.
This is all new to me in here, you know, I've never been in here before.
So he is nice and relaxed in there, Adrian, and he looks like he's having a good time on these stages. I say this a lot, but it's really important for us and for you watching at home that our drivers enjoy themselves. It's a highly competitive, fiercely contested sport, and you're watching the fastest rally drivers on asphalt, both in the historics and in general here this weekend, but ultimately they are here to have fun. It is a sport after all. Neil, what a performance so far.
Not really. It's such a bum stage on the first one, but the second one was right. But yeah, it's not much between the top 3 or 4, like, but
Just tell a different story, sir.
Mark's on his own, obviously, for a while, but we'll see what we can do in this one again now.
Completely on his own, though. He's never been here before.
Yeah, he's doing well, to be fair, and well, that TR has got so much grunt up hills, hasn't he? But no, we'll see what happens to this one now.
Neil Williams, as he mentions, all tight in the top 3 or 4, and he's one of them in the historic cruise. If you're just tuning in to our coverage of round 6 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, this is the warm-up act on today's rally, or today's first day of the rally. This is the British Historic Rally Championship, and they start the proceedings off. What a performance!
We lost the brakes on the stage after we saw you, and we went backwards through the bridge and hit the back, which we'll see.
The times don't say such a story.
We were flying on the stage, but there we go.
There we go, Nick Elliott flying on the stage. The drama, as you can see from the back end of that Escort. The back end of that Escort all crumpled, the boot lid missing. Richard, that's not a very nice sight ahead of you, is it?
It's easily done though, isn't it?
It's a tricky night.
Pardon?
It's a tricky night.
Yeah, it is, yeah, the tricky stages. They can catch you out, can't they? So, yeah, it's just, nature of what we do.
I'm actually not sure where you're going to find times for the historic cruise. Apologise for that. The times don't appear to be showing on the Tour of Epynt times, but I'm sure you'll find a leaderboard online. That was a good first couple of stages. How was that one?
Yeah, that one was better than first time through. I think a bit of rain washed some of the old sheep doodah off it, you know, so it was a bit grippier.
Well, you know what to expect next.
Yeah, more shit.
Same again.
Yeah, same again. Just want some more ponies under the bonnet.
Well, that's always the way, but the weather at least is going to be a bit kinder this time.
Yeah, no, it's all right. We're fine. Yeah.
Mike Simpson, Dale Gibbons. Second time through, a little better, Gareth.
Yeah, looking forward to getting the end of this one now and then enjoying tomorrow.
There we go, dry tomorrow. You heard it here first. I hope it is dry tomorrow, because as much as it's warm, my gilet's doing a very good job. It was outpaced in that first one. Phil, how was that?
Yeah, that was much better, yeah. Getting the grips now.
Everybody looks a little bit happier this time around. A bit more grip. The grease on top of the stage has perhaps just been washed away. And I'll tell you what, it was one heck of a wash job through the first stage, though. There we go, a bit more consistent.
Definitely wet this time. And that's all I'm saying.
Well, Baz clearly wasn't happy with how wet it was through the first one, but it is, as he says, definitely wet on that stage now. How was that?
That'd be better. Much better. Yeah, sound.
I suppose that's the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, that's the best. Keep going.
Phil Squires, Mick Squires alongside a few more of our historic crews. The battle for the British Historic Rally Championship, if you're following that, is interesting this year. We could see a non-Escort at the top for the first time since 2009, we think, when it was a Porsche. Could it be Seb Perez and his Porsche this year, or could it be a TR7? Sean, how is that?
Yeah, good. We're a little bit further behind than what we thought, but trying to catch those BDs up here is going to be a hard task. So, yeah, we're just doing our own thing and, yeah, having fun, though. It's brilliant. Got a bit of a clutch issue, but hopefully that was sorted in service, so touch wood.
Fair play to the service crew, doing their job. It's a team sport, this, after all. As I say, I'm not sure where the British Historic results are coming through. David, a bit better that time.
Yeah, much better that time. A bit more smoother and better, so first one's always difficult anyway, isn't it? So
yeah,
better, hopefully.
You guys had decent weather for the second stage, but it wasn't the case for everybody.
No, I think, well, to be fair, I didn't get on with it. It was a bit fast, and if you're particularly confident, first stage would be second stage not getting any better. So hopefully with someone better.
Good luck.
See you later.
So just a short gap on the stage. The shot we have for you from Phil Bramwell, who is out there braving the conditions in the middle of the stage, is just on the Burma Road, not far from where Melvin Evans went off in that first stage, actually. We lost him from proceedings early on, didn't we? Phil, better that time?
Oh, well, we had a little bit of fun there. We did a handbrake turn. Cocked it up, but we don't care.
Excellent, that's good. With these tyres, you don't need a handbrake for those turns. Those tyres are smoking on that Mark 1. You can see probably on the camera how warm it is here and how quickly, therefore, the stage is dry. You heard the first few competitors saying how dry stage 2 was. but it wasn't dry for everybody. But this one drying up nicely, and you can see the mist over the hills here in Epynt, because basically the road and the shrubbery is drying pretty quick in the temperature here. Still raining, but not extreme wet conditions at this point. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins then into the stage, last year's winners, and pace to be fighting for the championship, but not quite the results and the, dare I say, look. I don't want to play too much on luck, but luck plays into it, doesn't it? You've got to have a combination, a heady combination of pace and luck and consistency, stringing those two things together. Mark Kelly hasn't had all three of those this season, but certainly a challenger. We saw that last year here on the Tour of Epynt when he took that top spot, meaning he came here with #1 on the door, which so far has proved, and said it before the rally, has proved to be a target roundel on the doors of that Skoda Fabia R5. This is the third stage of the Nigel Ferguson Fabricators Tour of Epynt. That's a hell of a mouthful. I've not done badly at getting it out of my mouth so far tonight, have I? This is round 6 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, and we are, as you watch on the stage, enjoying the theatre that the fastest sealed surface rally drivers in the UK bring. Fabulous entertainment, I hope you'll agree, for your Saturday evening. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins just trundling in. I wonder what time we've got. I can refresh the times. A 1:55, beating their time through this stage last time here in the Alan Jones snap-on stage. By 9 seconds. You went 9 seconds faster through that one.
Was it really?
Yes.
Right, okay. It was cleaner for sure, just a neater drive through there, so quite pleased with that.
And a good position when you're looking at that leaderboard, because I know you won last year, wasn't part of the championship then. That's one heck of a leaderboard behind you.
I know.
You're happy, aren't you?
Feeling breathing down my neck though.
He can feel him breathing. He's happy. It's nice to see him satisfied with that. What has Neil got through there? Not the smoothest of days so far, but it is early on and you are fast. When you're there, the pace is on it.
Yeah, that last stage there, we got halfway through the stage. We was on slicks, on supers, and they just went off. So we thought we got a puncture, so backs off. I think I've got a puncture and then we go the time, so let's try better.
You're in a championship fight and you've got to keep your head as well. You're doing a lot, you're juggling a lot of things.
Yeah, we're going to go now. We've got unwets and we're all equal, so let's go.
Looking forward to a good battle.
Cheers, Ian.
He's a former winner here on the Tour of Epynt. He knows what it's doing. Does Neil Roskell. And I'm just looking down the times. Time hasn't come through for Neil just yet. Only Mark Kelly's time showing so far. Here's a man who has been fast today. That hasn't gone half badly, has it, so far?
Steady away, steady away. So a bit the car was too soft on the first run. It got very dry the second half of the long one, so and the tyres were going off because we were on wet, but it's fine. We're just trying to get round, so hopefully we'll be okay now. It's nice and wet now.
Yes, there we go. You're quite happy that the stages are wet, even if it's not raining as quite as hard as it was through the first one. But the second stage tonight, or the fourth of tonight's stage, is the second run through that. The Mossley's Rolling Road stage. The stage is all named as their sponsors here, which is a good way of ensuring that the sponsors get plenty of coverage. I completely understand that. Kevin, mixing it with our championship crews. Don't you wish you were registered now?
Yeah, I wish I was, but obviously it's very tricky out there. We took a gamble on the first one on the slicks, but obviously wets now, so we'll see what this long one does.
Cheers. We have had Protyre stickers on that Polo before now, and I'm sure we will have them again. Still no times showing through there except for Mark Kelly and Will Atkins at the moment. If you just tuned in, if you do, no, still just Mark Kelly and Will Atkins at the moment. Mark, can we certainly putting in a shift?
Yeah, it's going well now, yeah. So we didn't have a spin on that stage, and stage 2 we were 4th quicker.
Everyone taking big chunks out of their own times through these stages now. That's the way it's going to go, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. But 4th quickest on stage 2, so we're getting there.
There we go. Another man not registered for championship points. And nor is Andrew, but they're fast. I said it wasn't Darion weather, but you're all doing a good job of proving me wrong.
Yeah, we're all a bit stupid, aren't we, really, to be fair? We had a massive misfire for half of the last stage, and we're on the wrong tyres. That sounds like injury, God help me.
Yeah, not quite, but that's a heck of a bold statement, is that I sound like injury.
Well, I was talking to him earlier, and he lent me, well, I could barely carry it, the book of excuses.
Right, I'm going to tell him that. If I forget, you must remind me if you're watching at home that Andrew Fraser, it's like injury. Well, it's a close top 5 and those times keep on coming down.
Yeah, but that first loop was all right till it dried up with them tyres on. I took one look at you wet through, I thought I'm all right here, but no.
Well, I've dried out quite nicely as well.
So's that stage earlier on, yeah.
You're going to be fairly wet in there, I think.
Yeah, we've got the wets on, so we'll see how we go now.
Yeah, don't look at me. I had the wrong tyre choice for the last stage as well. It's like a leaderboard from the old days, Steve.
Just a bit further back.
Enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it's good, yeah. Up to now, all good. Thumbs up.
What's the plan for this next one? It's going to be, I think it's going to be more consistent.
Yeah, it'll be wetter, won't it, I think. So, it'll be what it'll be. Same for us all.
There we go. He's happy enough. He's on the right tyres. Have we got some more times through? Won't be happy enough now whether he stalled it. There's nothing worse than you get to the end of the stage and you're all flustered and then you end up stalling it. Just missed. Callum and Jack there while I was trying to get times. At the moment, only Mark Kelly, Will Atkins showing a time, and they, as I mentioned, theirs has actually been corrected now. It did show them as taking 9 out of themselves, so something up with the timing through this third stage, the Alan Jones snap-on stage here on the Tour of Epynt. They showed at 1:55 to begin with and now showing a 2:03, so it was only 1 second that they took off them. Honestly, it did say that, Mark, when you're watching this back. Well, second in the two-wheel drive battle at the moment, but that's not where the points are at, so it's fine.
No. Wrong tyres on the first loop. New road was dry after the first couple of miles, but that stage was very good. Car felt a lot better with proper water on the ground, so looking forward to the big one now.
Looking forward to the big one up next. The 4th stage of the day. 25.6 miles, the stage mileage on the first day of the Nigel Ferguson Fabricators Tour of Epynt. 80 stage miles altogether, so still no times in except for Mark Kelly and Will Atkins, and their time has now been corrected, showing that they only took 1 second out of their first time through this stage.
I don't talk for too long.
It's all right, and Mummy's telling you off. Andy Fraser just said that you gave him a big book of excuses and it slowed him down because it's really heavy.
You can't print what I'm going to say about Andy Fraser. We got caught out on the wets, mind you, so did Cole, we beat him, yeah. He was bone dry on that. They were lucky though, because as soon as we turned out there, it pissed with rain. But listen, you got to get through tonight. We think we're a 10th, so I'll take it all back about the seeding committee. They were about right.
Overall's good. John Indry, Claire Williams quite happy. Well, that's how you do it.
Aye, it's better there. Yeah. We're getting there. One more stage now we've got.
Well, if you manage to keep it going as it is, that's going to be a good position for overnight.
Yeah, good overnight and wait for the sunshine tomorrow.
There we go, leading the way. In our two-wheel drive cruise at the moment, Wayne Jones. Bit better that time through.
Yeah, a little bit quicker. Yeah, it's a bit wetter, but we were a little bit quicker, so quite happy with that.
More consistent when it's wet, though.
Yeah, it's
all wet, all dry. It's all good. Mark Kelly still the only one showing a time through that stage. As soon as we get that time through, I will update you on that leaderboard. We're just outside the top 10 overall at the moment. It's fast out there, but I know you're just sort of managing things a bit as well, aren't you?
Yeah, we were a bit too cautious in the first one. We had a bit of understeer with the tyres, so we've changed a couple of things. We were hoping a bit more rain would come down, but we'll see how we go in the second bit.
I'm told it's wet in the next one, but I was told that last time as well.
We hope it is. We're praying for it.
Will and Richard are set up for rain. That Fiesta, that Hills Ford Fiesta, is a noisy piece of kit, isn't it? Phil, battle of the Evos out there.
Battle of the Evos, battle of the class. I think he's just gone in front of us for the lead, but yeah, it's good. Deceptive, we've just had a really good run through there. I think we were 8th the first time. Second quicker this time, but the conditions are better for everyone. I would have
Mark's got a time on the board so far, so we'll wait for those times to come through. Phil Hawkins in a fight with that Rally 3 Fiesta. You're happy enough with that, aren't you?
Yeah, that was better. A bit tidier. Yeah. Bit wetter, a bit tidier.
We can see you look tidy, but I can't see any times just yet. So as soon as I've got them, I'll update everybody.
All right, thank you very much.
Frustrating not on the times that quickly when we get to this point. Roger, it's been a while since we've seen you on Epynt.
I've never been on Epynt, so
that's why I couldn't find it. I thought you had been here in the early days, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, I've never been here.
Wow.
So first time, and it shows I'm not going very well.
No, but there's quite a few people who are struggling with Epynt tonight because these conditions are tough, aren't they?
Yeah, they are a bit tricky, but
it levels things a little bit though.
It may do, yes. Yeah.
I can see you're frustrated. The last time I saw Roger, he was in sunnier climes in Barbados. Here he is on Epynt. Now, I was looking down his results thinking, I'm sure Roger has been here. And I got to like 2004, so I thought, nah, he must have been before then. But I wouldn't have put money on him never having been here. Mark Higgins, Roger Duckworth, Seb Perez, all these top drivers who've not been to Epynt before. Co-drivers usually have more sensible things to say anyway, but how is that?
Better, a lot better, yeah.
There's a lot of people, just saying literally as you drove up there, a lot of people who've not been here before. It's a place that really takes a bit of getting used to.
Yeah, definitely, but I've got an experienced guru next to me. So
you need it.
Keep it steady, keep pushing.
Going well. Sam Tuzel quite happy. You can see how relaxed he is. He wasn't that relaxed last time I saw him on the Argyle Rally, but he's got it together this time. New co-driver alongside, looks happy. Lee, all good?
Yeah, much better now. Changed back to the old intercom, so not making excuses, but loads better, much faster.
I mean, a really wet Epynt on a Saturday night like we had in that first stage. If the intercom was the worst thing you had to deal with, we're all good.
Yeah, no, we'll take that, won't we? So
we will take that. That's exactly what we will do. The two-wheel drive podium looking interesting tonight.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, it's going better now. Yeah, feeling a bit more confident now. So yeah, just knowing the stages and then knowing blind crests.
Yeah, I must admit, driving into this on the way here, I thought, and I was driving around corners going, nope.
Nah, it's good though. Yeah, no, I'm enjoying it.
Big push to this next one.
Yeah, big push, and obviously got a new nav as well this time, so we're getting it. No, it's right. Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
New venue, new roads, new nav. It's all new for Allard Wynne Morgans, but I tell you what, third now two-wheel drive battle as things stand. How was that, Richard?
Fair. We had a steady run on the first loop, way too cautious, but we're still in it, so that's the main thing. Keep getting to the end of the day.
There's some fast Darions out today.
Oh, crazy speed these boys carry in these conditions, so fair play to them all.
Richard Merriman, we always get the battle of the Darions here. That's one of the older T9 Darions, but we always get the Mark Soloway, definitely not up for a chat. On day one of the Tour of Epynt, we always get the battle of the Darions up here. We always have. They've always gone well here because of the surface, and if the conditions are right, it is very definitely one of the cars to have. Phil, is this the car to have tonight?
This is the car to have.
We've even went around the Epynt perfect this time. We stalled it the first time.
Look how pleased he looks. Look at that big smile.
Cut that.
We'll edit the spin. We'll edit the stall out. That's how we do it. Philip ahead of you has got a massive smile on his face. How big's yours?
Yeah,
smile.
More comfortable than last time. So yeah, very happy.
Looking forward to the next one?
Yep, I am.
It is. You can tell. Last time I was here 10 years ago, I'm pretty sure people weren't having this much fun on these roads. Jez, happy enough after that?
Yeah, it was really good. First loop, second stage was really wet and slippery, but this time better. Happy.
Still wet and slippery though.
It's still wet and slippery, but better for me anyway.
That look better?
Yeah, a lot better this time, yeah.
Just once you get into the rhythm.
My handbrake's working too good now.
Too good. That's okay, at least it's working. Time's coming through at the moment, they're still put Callum Black and Jack Morton second in the Protyre Cruise, although those times are taking some ironing out actually. Yeah, it's just times are coming through out of order at the minute. As you can see on the Burma Road, some nice action for you for your Saturday evening there from the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. Thanks to Phil Bramwell for those shots. Chris, that looked better.
Yeah, loads better on that stage, to be fair. Way too cautious at the start, kicking myself, but it's done now. It's done now.
Second time driving it.
Lucy's kicking herself and all, yourself and all.
Really well.
We'll get there.
Co-driver's nodding, it's going better. Lucy Warding alongside Chris Woodhouse in that Fiesta. And she was nodding when I said that one was better. When the co-driver nods, you know it's going well. Ben, that's a fast leaderboard tonight to hang on to, isn't it?
Oh, serious. Nave's pushing me. Nave Evans. He had a second out of us on the big one, so. But no sound, we had 7 quicker on that one, so that'll do.
That'll do. He's happy, it is a fast 2-wheel drive leaderboard. He's got his eye on you.
Who has?
On his rear view mirror.
Well, funny, on the second stage, on the long chicanes near the end, I could see him in the distance. He goes, "Be neat now." The first thing we did, wipe the chicane out as soon as he said it. Be neat.
You're pushing, I can tell. It's a fast leaderboard to be in.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the pace actually. Yeah, a bit better than Argyle. So.
Yes, the fight is on, isn't it? Nate Evans quite happy with proceedings here. Everyone seems quite happy with progress tonight. There's no drama to be had from outside here.
No, we're pretty slow to be honest, so we are. Not doing good today.
Yeah, but you've got 4 stages tonight in pretty tricky conditions, and tomorrow looks better as far as the forecast is concerned.
Just try and get some points, that's what it is.
Does the fight not start yet then?
Not yet.
Not yet. Watch Mick Harbour, the fight will start soon, but not just yet. Richard Slinger just coming into view. You've just seen him down the Burma Road. And we're now going to get a bit of reaction from him, and hopefully we'll give you some times as well when they start coming through in the right order. That looks better, but I haven't got any time, so I can't tell you how much better it was.
We went 5 quicker on that one than last time round.
Looks smoother.
Yeah, it felt a lot better, to be honest with you. I was very tentative on the first one with the tyres, one thing and another, which everybody can say that. And then,
I think you needed that long stage to get in the rhythm, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we had a good push on that, and we got a lot of time back, to be fair, in that second stage, so fingers crossed we'll do that again.
Good luck, last one this evening. Richard Slinger with Mark Twynham alongside. In that Mackinnon-esque Evo 6. It's better when you know what's happening under your tyres, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I've not been in an event before with Harry. We gelled much better that time. Working much better. Yeah, a lot more confident now.
Good stuff. Last one tonight. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
David White, Harry Walshaw. one of the Motorsport UK Academy co-drivers. Cross up pretty much every rally we do, one car or another. Here he is in the Fiesta R5 with David White. Tim, everyone reporting that these two stages are a world of difference compared to the last two.
Well, yeah, the first loop was really difficult. We really struggled, so I'm hoping. We changed a few suspension settings, and I hope it's a little bit stiffer. It's just getting used to it. We've never been here before, so you don't know what to expect.
Quite a few of you over as well, having a bit of a battle here.
Yeah, there's 5 of us now, yeah. So, yeah. I've not looked at times yet, and I don't want to, maybe later on, but we're trying to keep it all.
Good luck, I'm doing my best, but they're coming through in a funny order.
Don't worry, see you later.
Was that a bit better, Marcus?
Yeah, a lot better, a lot more comfortable.
You look happier?
Yeah, a lot better. Yeah, much better.
Thank you for stopping the first time anyway. It's always appreciated when we're trying to tell the story. Still waiting for all those times to drop in. Ian, happy enough?
Yeah, had a good run first 2 stages. Smell a bit of oil on that one, so I'll just have a quick check on the pipe. But yeah, tyres are working great. So.
Oh, that's great. It'd be nice to see it with a Protyre Sunstrip and in the championship next season.
Perhaps if I'm I've got so much on this year, I can't commit to a championship. But I'm building a brand new Darion up at the minute, so we'll see next year maybe.
Very good. Another Darion fighting in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship would be good. But then a Suzuki Swift kit car also makes me happy. How was that?
That was better, quicker, so going the right way.
Yeah, it's going the right way. What's the plan for the next one now you're into the rhythm then?
Just same again, really. Just keep it smooth.
Keep it smooth and get faster in that beautiful car. Robbie Sanford alongside another of the Motorsport UK Academy co-drivers. And a man who, again, like Harry, a young lad, enjoying his rallying alongside Jake Smith for this one. Tom, how was that?
Yeah, it was much better. It was a lot quicker than the first time.
Yeah, it looked more tidy.
Yeah, did it? I don't know.
That's all I can see because I haven't got times yet, so I can just watching the video through, see how you look, and that's my feel for things at the minute.
I was definitely more committed that time than the previous time, so yeah, it's good.
Still waiting for Callum Black's time to drop in. You'll see if you're following the live results yourself. We do have some times in now, but until we have Callum Black and Jack Mawson in there with a time. Until we have Callum in with the time, we can't give you the full flavour, the full picture of things. But at the moment, Mark Kelly, Will Atkins showing us leading the way. Kevin Davies, Owen Davies splitting our championship crews, as is Malcolm Tarr-Jones with Rhys Jones alongside in second and third on the overall results in the Polo R5 and Darion GTR respectively. But Neil Roskell and Di Roberts in 4th place puts them in second in the championship crews at the moment. We are waiting to remind you for Callum Black and Jack Morton's time to drop in. Hugh Hunter, Rob Fagg not far behind. They were a second quicker through that stage than Neil Roskell as well. So Hugh just said he's just feeling his way, just being sensible about things this evening, but getting quicker as the night goes on, and as I say, taking a second out of Roskell so far. But Mark Kelly, Will Atkins now we can see on an identical time through that stage with Callum Black and Jack Morton, 2 minutes 3 seconds. Callum and Jack taking 2 seconds out of their time through the first stage. That puts them second in the championship crews, in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship crews. And actually now the times have updated, we can see that Steve Simpson and Mark Galenister, a third of the crews at the moment. I'm just looking. 13 seconds, the difference. It's a fair old gap from the first 3 seconds splitting at the moment. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins, Callum Black, Jack Mawson, that is the lead. So 3 seconds the gap in the lead for the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship crews at the moment. The championship title battle, not necessarily Mark Kelly and Will Atkins to fight for here this weekend. Callum Black, Jack Morton certainly doing that, and Neil Roskell, Di Roberts getting faster now. Not the smoothest couple of stages to start things off, and Neil did think he had a puncture, so drove with that in mind through the long stage, but didn't have a puncture. What did Callum take out of Neil? Took 6 seconds, didn't he, out of this 2 mile stage here in the Alan Jones snap-on stage. And as you can see, our crew's still coming through the stage. Damien Cole, John Hawkins, though, times through for 2 stages, but retiring ahead of stage 3. We'll find out what happened there. Just looking, the 1400 class at the moment. Samuel Hunter, Carl Pridmore, and fast. Charlie Tuthill, Ben Wild, not registered for points, but after 2 stages this evening, the gap 36 seconds to a very experienced crew up ahead, and behind them an equally experienced crew. Steve Brown, Paul Stringer. We last saw Paul Stringer co-driving on these military ranges, albeit on the gravel part of them last weekend with Florence Butler in the Mini Rally Challenge car. Out this weekend with his familiar driver, Steve Brown. Those two used to compete in the F1000 Championship when I first got into rallying. We heard Ben Crumpany and Beaumont talking about their battle with Nath Evans and Rhys Edwards in the Escort and the Clio RS. And indeed, that battle so far, was 8 seconds between the pair of them. And although not registered for points, so that does put Ben Crumpany and Beaumont in the lead of the class. Ian Godney, Stuart Powell, currently leading that class on the overall results by 5. Sorry, it's 3 seconds, isn't it, between Nathan Evans and Ben Crump. But he seemed happy enough, didn't he, Ben? In the battle for the 2-wheel drive honours so far here in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, though. Wayne Jones, David Evans having a whale of a time out there, although it's not the fastest Darion here on this Epynt Asphalt this weekend so far after 3 stages. That honour, although he did lose 8 seconds in this 3rd stage of the day, goes to... was the... Yeah, we are struggling with the results here. They're going up and down, and we're losing people. So, okay, ignore what I was just about to say. We did have another Darion in the lead there, didn't we? Although he did lose 8 seconds through there. Yeah, we just... The results are changing as we look at them. But Wayne Jones, David Evans, as far as the championship is concerned, let's say that. We've got 11 seconds back to Hugh James and Lewis Sim. Allard, Morgans, Ian Davis in 3rd place at the moment. That battle for the B13 class, one that Darren Atkinson will be watching very closely. Did you see Paul Evans? And the Paul Sheard Mazda MX-5, having had that big crash in the Escort on the Argyle Rally. First times coming through then for stage 4. Mark Kelly, Will Atkins completing day 1, having taken 7 seconds out of their first run through that 10.64 mile stage. At the moment, Kevin Davies, Owen Davies not registered for points, to remind you. They were 3 seconds slower through that stage, but again taking 8 seconds out of their time through the first running, so you can see conditions getting better as we go through that. Neil Roskell, Di Roberts have got time in as well. from the final stage of the day, and they should be pretty happy, I would have thought, with that time, because if I can trust these results, I'm not going to change as I'm looking at them. They've taken a good 11 seconds out of their time through that stage last time. Phil Evans, Ryland James then in the Evo 10, looking like the car was crabbing a little bit, a puncture or perhaps broken a rear. Yeah, the Evo 10 didn't look like it was having much fun out there, did it? So Neil Roskell, Di Roberts at the moment dropping into third in our championship cruise, but we are still awaiting that time from Callum Black, Jack Morton. To remind you, they're running a little bit down on the order, and there, as I'm talking about it, it drops in. Perfect timing there. Identical again, so on the last two stages of the day, stage 3, stage 4, Mark Kelly, Will Atkins, Callum Black, Jack Morton on identical times, an 8-minute 33. So Callum and Jack, you can see they had a slight problem in the morning, a little bit slower. You see that Mitsubishi Evo 10. Shimmer and shine, it says on the side of that multicoloured Evo 10. Not tonight, lads, but maybe tomorrow, as far as their rally and as far as the weather is concerned as well. It's certainly not shimmering and shining here on Epynt today, although it has been beautiful sunshine up until the clouds started to gather just as we were awaiting our first cruise into the stage, as that always happens. So at the moment, that battle for the lead of the event then, Mark Kelly and Callum Black on identical times in these last two stages. Neil Roskell, Di Roberts at the moment just a little bit further down, 55 off the lead. But as far as their battle with Callum Black, Jack Morton goes, it's not all about that overall leaderboard. Kevin Davies, Owen Davies in there. Malcolm Jones, Rhys Jones not registered for points. Steve Simpson, Mark Lenister in the Fiesta Rally 2, right up there in the thick of things in the overall leaderboard after 4 stages. Didn't go that much faster than their first time through on either stage, actually. Taking a second off their time consistently on both runs through. So certainly found their pace, haven't they, through these first 4 stages. And then as we look down the... Just looking down for the first of the... Wayne Jones, Davin Evans, as I mentioned before, still leading the way in the Darion T90 GTR after 4 stages. Took 11 seconds off their first run through that 10.6 mile stage. The Mosley's Rolling Road, as it's known, this second running of the stage. Tell you what would have been interesting to see how Jason Pritchard slotted into this leaderboard. A sign of things to come, perhaps. Multiple Asphalt champion and British Historic Rally champion as well, for that matter. And we didn't get to see what that Yaris Rally 2 could do this weekend, but we will very soon, I am sure. The live coverage tomorrow kicks off with stage 5. We're going to be live for all 4 of tomorrow's stages, so we start just after 9 o'clock in the morning. You can spend your Sunday breakfast with us here on Special Stage, here with action from the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship as that title fight continues. Neil Roskell, Di Roberts at the moment behind Callum Black, Jack Morton. Crucially, looking at the leaderboards so far, Callum 3rd overall in the championship, leading the B15 fight. Neil Roskell 2nd overall in that championship fight. In fact, switch those two around as far as B15 is concerned. Both of them after a maximum score here, maximising that title fight with just 2 rounds left to go in the series. You can see how misty it is here on the Burma Road as well in this 3rd stage of the day. 25 stage miles down here on the Tour of Epynt. Another 55 to go on tomorrow's 4 stages And we're looking forward to that. As I say, we'll be live for every one of them with you. Incredibly close at the top though, isn't it? Between Mark Kelly and Callum Black. Identical times through the last 2 stages, and they've only been split by a maximum of 2 seconds, and that was on the second stage of the day, and that 10.6 miler, the first run through that. That's the biggest the gap has been between them. And Callum and Jack, to remind you, started with that worry with the turbo system on the Fiesta Rally 2, that Palace Connections car. Something not quite right with it before the start of the rally. Didn't quite have it right by the time we first saw them here at the end of stage 1, did we? But they soon got on song, and to be setting an identical overall time with Mark Kelly and Will Atkins is mighty impressive. Callum came 3rd on the Mueller here on the Epynt military ranges last year. Couldn't match Mark Kelly's win overall though on the Tour of Epynt with that result, could he? Mark Higgins still leading the way in the historics as well. If you're following the British Historic Rally Championship this weekend, all the information on their championship and the various battles on the BHRC page. But we're following the story of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, one of the closest seasons of rallying this championship has enjoyed. A series which goes from strength to strength thanks to the hard-working organisers and the talent we have behind the scenes here in this championship, led by very successful former Works co-driver Paul Morris. Paul Wakely, another successful co-driver, indeed co-drove for Callum Black for many years, including in his British Rally Championship years. And Donna Preston. Those three really do work so hard on this championship. And it shows. It's become one of the biggest prizes in British rallying. And this year is being fought harder than we've seen for a long time. It's a shame we haven't got Mark Kelly and Will Atkins in that battle for the championship title though, isn't it? With identical overall stage times, but I am delighted we've got the hard-charging Neil Roskell and Di Roberts in that championship fight because they're not far behind. They've got a game plan to follow. And they're going to be ready for a big push on day 2 of the Nigel Ferguson Fabricators Tour of Epynt Rally. This rally these days a 2-day affair. Last time I did this rally, it was a 1-day rally. But it was just as grueling back then, that is for sure. You can see Melvin Evans in that Polo R5 stricken at the side of the stage on the Burma Road, having gone off in the first stage. Doesn't look like a massive amount of damage, does it? But I'll tell you what, Nick Elliott has some damage, didn't he, to the back of that Mark II. That's incredibly frustrating. Couldn't quite get what he was talking about until he drove away, because his stage time was fine from what I could see. But he drove away, and I saw the back end of that car all crumpled and the boot missing. So we kick off in the morning, as I say, just after 9 o'clock, the Godspeed break stage. A 13.5-mile stage to kick off proceedings tomorrow. That is going to be one heck of a stage, isn't it? And then we repeat the stage. Repeat the stage, but in the opposite direction. The dynamic fluids, the second stage of the day, stage 6, which will come your way just after 11 o'clock. After that, the MCK van stage, 13.6 miles in one direction, the same distance in the opposite direction when it becomes the Davies and Davies furniture stage. And then the final passage control, interestingly, is at Dixie's, one of the places that I remember from my old days here covering rallies on Epynt. Those famous jumps. Not in the competitive mileage on the route this weekend, but nonetheless featuring on the route book at least. And then the finish back in Llandovery, if you do want to be back to enjoy those celebrations and watch the crews back into the finish in the town, just after 4:30 tomorrow is when you'll be able to join the crews in the town for the finish of the Nigel Ferguson Fabricators Tour of Epynt Rally. At the end of day 1 then and 4, pretty grueling stages out on the stages, as you see Steve Brown, Paul Stringer making their way through in the Questmead Micra kit car. In the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship, Mark Kelly leads the way, 3 seconds ahead of Callum Black after a day which has seen them split no more than 2 seconds at the head of this rally, despite those early problems for Callum Black. But the last 2 stages, they set equal time. Stephen Simpson, a fair old distance behind, 48 seconds behind, but Neil Roskell just 3 seconds off that 3rd spot, which he'll be looking for. And there'll be a big fight tomorrow on the stages for that, because Callum Black and Jack Morton is where Neil Roskell and Di Roberts have got their focus tuned in as far as the championship fight is concerned. Simon Bowen in 5th place of the championship cruise at the moment, 7 seconds behind championship contender Neil Roskell in the ND Civils car. Wayne Jones still leads the way in the 2-wheel drive crews in the Darion. Who said that you needed Darion weather? Here on Epynt, the Darion drivers tend to be somewhat of a specialist breed, don't they? And as he said to me, they're mad. They are mad. 17 seconds ahead of Hugh James over Epynt on conditions like we've had this evening is mad in anyone's book, but mad in a very good way for us watching with the entertainment at home, and more of that to come on tomorrow's stages as well, I'm sure. Aladwin Morgan's first time here, enjoying himself, and just pleased to be in that fight as well. Half a minute back in 3rd place in the 2-wheel drive battle as things stand. Melvin Evans and Michael Gilby. I haven't seen Michael Gilby for ages. One of the brilliant characters in our sport. Both of them actually, but particularly Gilby. I saw a Maserati, this is completely off subject, but I saw a Maserati Ghibli last night at a classic car show, and I called it a Maserati Gilby because I was thinking about seeing Michael Gilby today. I had him on the brain. You see Melvin and Michael just stood by the side of the stage. Having gone off, Melvin behind the team that are running the Castrol Yaris Rally 2s, Myron Evans' son and Chris Ingram. So this is a day off for Melvin, running one of their other cars. Become known for the Polo R5s in recent times. Hasn't gone that well for him though. Max Murray, John Tare had a smoother run through this stage, having stalled it on the hairpin last time out, you may remember. Just seeing them through in the DS3 R3 Turbo, adding some variety to our entry list here in the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. One of 5 Manx Rally crews over for this weekend, and having a bit of a battle between the Manx crews. They always have a good bit of rivalry, even though they're not all fighting for the same points and in the same classes. Max Murray stepping into the DS3, having been in the Citroen C2 and battling in the B10 class with Kyle Casement earlier on in this season. Remember, anybody who got involved on our live coverage this weekend does get entered into the draw for one of the Rallying is Life Rally TV t-shirts. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Money can't buy prize, because you can't buy these t-shirts. You've got to win one. All we want to do is get you more involved with our coverage. If you've told us who you're rooting for, where you're watching from, that'll do for us. You're in the draw. Hello to Jason Brown, saying normal asphalt weather on Epynt. Good luck, everyone. fingers crossed for tomorrow. He said normal tarmac weather here, but we can't say tarmac because that phrase has been copyrighted, believe it or not, hence we are the Asphalt Championship. Glenn Baker says it should be a bit drier tomorrow. Good luck, David Appleby Engineering. A lot of support for the DAE team in this year's championship with that TR7 V8 and Mark Higgins behind the wheel. They've very quickly become a fan favourite, haven't they? Warren Martin says these roads are narrower than my driveway. I'd love to see how hard it is to drive them quickly. Just have a look at some of the in-car that you'll see posted after the event. You'll see in hopefully a little bit in our special stage rally show as well, coming your way on the first Friday of next month in association with the Mini Rally Challenge. Andrew Paul Side says, hello everyone from Newcastle. Very specific there. Okay, yeah, he's saying hello from Newcastle. Fair enough, producer. Steve Riley enjoying the coverage. That Escort RS 2000, Ricky Reynolds and Elgin Davies assembled a kit car dashboard in it as well, with the steering column lowered on the anodized blue bracket that I remember seeing back in the day. And that starlet that we saw through the stage just a few minutes ago as well, with Andrew Williams and Michael Morgan. Quite the machine. And never mind quite the machine, it's been quite the weather out there, hasn't it? You can see how wet it has been if you tuned in now compared to earlier on. The mist on the stages as everything dries up. Stuart Evans, you know, I was going to mention this. This is close to the part of the stage on the WRC where we saw Marcus Gronholm roll at Dixie's. Stuart Evans on YouTube has said he watched Marcus roll on the RAC. Would have been Rally GB though, wouldn't it? Would it have been Wales Rally GB or just Rally GB? It would have been Wales Rally GB, I think. No, it'd be after the Network Q RAC. Last one of those was 97, wasn't it? Here we are, just nerding out here. Dean Roskell has been tuned in. Thank you for being with us. Torrential rain in Blackpool as well. Makes us feel a little bit better. Stuart Evans saying it's pretty rough in Newport as well. Stuart Evans also saying it's the amount of blind crests that makes this place formidable. It really does. Hello to Nissan Dory from Northern Ireland tuning in. Enjoying the coverage. Good to have you with us. He says, good rally weather. Depends if you stood out in it, Dory. Owain Thomas joining us on the coverage as well. Good to have you with us. Race, RACE. Giving a big shout out to the lads there. And wishing Philip Mick Squires the best of luck in the historic car. Mark Nairn bigs up the special stage team. He loves the Epynt ranges. Big up yourself. Is it Lisa Tarbuck, isn't it, that says big up on radio too? I used to listen to it on the way back from a special stage rally. I've got a long journey. She's brilliant. Big up special stage. Lisa Tarbuck here on special stage. Oh, it's Hugh Hunter in 5th place. Sorry, not Simon Bowen. He's 3 seconds off Roskell. Sorry, Hugh, missed you out on that one. Simon, though, hanging in there just behind. William Hill just outside the top 10 as well in the Hills Ford Fiesta Rally 3. Another strong performance from him. He was hoping it would be full wet in that 4th stage, and I don't know if it has been actually. It certainly would have started wet for the crews that first went in, because it was very wet to begin with. No problem for the shout out, Miss Out Dory. It's good to have you with us. My first trip to Northern Ireland was last year for the Down Rally, which was part of the championship last year, and I absolutely loved it. Lisbon was Lisbon was a fantastic place to start and end the rally. The town council really got behind the event. My first taste of Belfast as well, which was beautiful. I really enjoyed it, and we're hoping to see it again in 2025. Who knows? Last Varangian, that's her name on YouTube, is watching from Tennessee. It's even been raining there today. In Tennessee, in America, home of Jack Daniel's whiskey, of course. No news on Danny Poole alongside in the Corsa. 2 times through for the first 2 stages. Shane Cole's checking in on them. Just have a check on the retirements list for you. There's no actual specific retirements list, as you can see from Damien Cole, John Hawkins and Eric Davies, Russell Joseph at the bottom. It just says retired. On the right-hand side, next to their name, another of our Manx crews, Edward Collins, Michael Taylor, getting lost on the triangle here at the stage end. On their way back to service for the final time this evening. But it has been a fast and fairly extreme first day, hasn't it, here on the Tour of Epynt for round 6 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. We couldn't have expected conditions quite as bad as that. Our weather forecast, to answer a few of you who said that it was showing rain all week for you, it was changeable for us, and we had different weather going through the week, but it certainly wasn't predicting as much rain as we've had today. It showed us wet in parts, but not an absolute deluge for an extended period of time like we got. Doesn't that Triumph TR4 of Stephen Hall and Angie Foster look good in the historic rally car register cruise? I saw that for the first time last time out at Argyle. It's a beautiful car. Looks so right, doesn't it, on those Epynt ranges? Alex Roscoe, Stephen Roscoe in the Micra, going well as well today. There were some points on the board. Haven't scored at all. They join us for the first time here on the Tour of Epynt, here at round 6. Mixing it with the historic rally car register, many challenge cars there. That's it for day 1 then of the Nigel Ferguson Fabricators Tour of Epynt. Round 6 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. And as far as that championship fight is concerned, it's very much on going into day 2. Mark Kelly leading the way. He won this rally last year. He comes here not fighting for the title, but he will be desperately disappointed about that given his performance against our leading championship contenders here on day one of the rally, won't he? Behind him, Callum Black, who has been matching him for stage times in the last two and was only a maximum of 2 seconds adrift in one of the first two stages. 1 second adrift on the first one as well. It's been close at the top. Steve Simpson in third place in the championship cruise. As I said to him, it's like a leaderboard from the good old days of the championship. But I tell you what, Neil Roskell is on a fight back now in fourth place, only 3 seconds off those podium positions, and he needs the points from that for this title fight with Callum Black, which he finds himself in once again. Darion Atkinson, no doubt, watching from home and wishing that he'd wheeled that Haldane Fisher Mark II out for the two-wheel drive battle, which at the moment is being led by Wayne Jones and the Darion. Hugh James and Aladwin Morgans in second and third. We've got action and reaction from all 4 of tomorrow's stages live here on these famous roads on Epynt, and we can't wait to join you just after 9 o'clock in the morning. For now, let's all go and dry out, enjoy a nice cold beer perhaps, and just get ready for more action from round 6 of the Protyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship tomorrow. Thank you for watching.